Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II BAFTA build tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the Prinz Eugen. The Prinz Eugen was an Admiral paper class heavy cruiser, the third of its class of 5 vessels. She served with Nazi Germany's Kriegsmarine during World War II. The ship was laid down in April 1936, launched in August 1938, and entered service after the outbreak of the war in August of 1940. She was named after Prince Eugen of Savoy, an 18th century Austrian general. She was armed with a main battery of 8 20.3 centimeter or 8-inch guns, and although normally under the 10,000 long ton limit set by the Anglo-German Naval Agreement, actually displaced over 16,000 tons. The Prinz Eugen saw action during the Operation Rheinbund, an attempt to break out in the Atlantic Ocean with the battleship Bismarck in May of 1941. The two ships destroyed the British battlecruiser Hood and moderately damaged the battleship Prince of Wales in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Prinz Eugen was later detached from the Bismarck after the Bismarck was inflicted with damage and needed to return back to occupied France for repairs. However, we all know the story of what went down with the Bismarck, and the Bismarck was later sunk by the Royal Navy. Prinz Eugen continued on with the operation to go and participate in convoy raiding. However, due to engine troubles, she was sent back to occupied France, and throughout the rest of the war, she didn't participate in too many more operations, a few times here and there when she was deployed to Norway, but really she didn't see too much action. Later on, as Germany collapsed in May 1945, she was surrendered to the British Royal Navy before being transferred to the U.S. Navy as a war prize. After examining the ship in the United States, then the U.S. Navy assigned the cruiser to Operation Crossroads nuclear test at Bikini Atoll. Having survived the atomic blast, Prinz Eugen was towed to Kawajian Atoll, where she ultimately capsized and sank in December 1946. The wreck remains partially visible above the water approximately 2 miles northwest of Buchholz Army Airfield on the edge of Anube. One of her screw repairs was salvaged and is on display at the Labo Naval Memorial in Germany. So, lots of history there with the Prinz Eugen, and obviously the Prinz Eugen so famous because of his participation in the Battle of the Denmark Strait with Bismarck, where basically the fate of the Hood and the fate of the Bismarck kind of came out, and basically the two prides of the two countries' navies were ultimately destroyed. So really cool stuff, and the Prinz Eugen here is going to be an awesome addition to go with our Bismarck tutorial that we just released the week before, so definitely feel free to check out the Bismarck tutorial as well, and you can build two of these iconic ships sailing together, reunited after so many years. But really awesome stuff here with the ship. I think it came out really good, and like the Bismarck, we have the camouflage here, which I think it's the Baltic Sea camouflage, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Again, I don't remember exactly the exact name for it. But yeah, anyways, let's go and take a look at the ship here. Obviously, you can see we have the Bismarck right behind it, so this ship is smaller than Bismarck, obviously, as it is just a heavy cruiser. We have the forward batteries up here, so turrets 1 and 2, the bow of the ship here, nothing again too crazy here. We get into some of the conning towers, the bridge, and observation stuff, and basically all that kind of jazz that goes in this area right here. We also have secondary batteries and also a guns mounted on the sides here, along with life rafts and various other little here and there. Up here we do have a seaplane catapult, so for the one seaplane the Prinz Eugen did carry. As we continue our way back here, we get to the section of the ship here again. We have the rear mast here and various different equipments and stuff like that, the AEM position, secondary guns, and all that fun stuff. And back here we get into turrets 3 and 4 on the back, and basically the stern of the ship here. So overall, a really nice looking ship, and again, looks really cool. It's very similar to Bismarck, how it has the stripes that run up through the conning tower and through the superstructure. Just looks really, really nice overall, and I think it's gonna really be a great addition to any of your worlds. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer, we'll be going ahead and starting off with layer number 1. Now, a quick few things I want to mention for this. If you're completely new to my BAFTA build tutorials, like the way I like to structure these tutorials, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is we're going to be going ahead and doing half of the first few layers here, basically the first few layers here, half on camera, half off, since it's completely the same on both sides, and it's really simple and straightforward. But once we get to the actual superstructure and stuff like that of the ship, we're going to go ahead and do it basically all together. Again, it's really straightforward, and once we get for the first few layers here, it's going to make a little bit more sense. As you can see, I have the center line here of the ship built, and then we're just going to be basically building out to the right side here, and then it'll be up to you guys to take the right side and flip it over to the left side. Super simple, I promise. Also, we need to make sure that we position this correctly. Now, obviously, probably a lot of you guys are going to want to put this in the water, and that's totally cool. It's a ship nonetheless. But we want to go ahead and make sure that we position this correctly. We're going to go ahead and need to place down these brick top slabs this depth underwater. So as you can see here, we have 3 blue concrete blocks here representing basically theoretically our water level, and below it we have our brick top slabs like so. So again, make sure you have that correct, because if you have it too low or too high, the ship is not going to sit properly in the water, and it's not going to look right. So to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be placing down a row of brick top slabs. And this row of brick top slabs is going to be pretty long. It's going to go ahead and go all the way back to the end here, and it's going to be a row of 36 brick top slabs in total. At the end of this row of 36, we're going to place down a birchwood top slab, skip a space of 1, and then another brick top slab like that on the end there. We then want to go ahead and go to our sides. We're going to go ahead and go to the 5th brick slab back. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Brick top slabs back, a end rod, and a birchwood top slab like that after that end rod. After that's done, we're going to go to our next row to the side here. We're going to go back to our 8th brick top slab back, so our 8th brick top slab back here on this row that comes on the side. We're going to place that brick top slab, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So in total you want a row 17 of brick top slabs, just like that. After that's all done there, that is going to complete the bottom layer here, and with that, that is going to complete layer number 1. Here's what it looks like from up above. Pretty straightforward stuff, and with that we're going to move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're placing down a red concrete block atop this brick top slab, and this right here is going to lead to a long row of red concrete that's going to go all the way back, and it's going to end on top of this brick top slab here. So in total, this is going to be a row of 36 red concrete blocks like this along those 36 brick top slabs down the center of the ship. We're then going to place down 2 brick top slabs here on the end, and then a red concrete block on top of this brick top slab there. After that's finished, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front here. We're going to place down 2 brick walls coming off these 2 red concrete blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 red concrete blocks, followed by a brick upside down stair, a brick top slab, and that right there will finish that off there. We then want to go ahead and go to our next row to the side here. We're going to go back to our 4th red concrete block. We're going to go to the side of a brick wall, followed by a 2nd brick wall back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 red concrete blocks back, and then 3 brick walls right after it. So basically, looking at from above here, you get something that looks just like this. You're going to take the window on the right side, flip it over to the left side, and you guys will be good to go. Anyways, that right there is going to do it there for layer number 2. Let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving on to our next layer. We're going ahead and moving into layer 3. Layer 3 is going to be the last layer. We're doing half on, half off, and then from the next layers will be all done together. Anyways, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a gray concrete block on top of this red concrete block, and then a stone brick wall coming off it toward the front. Coming off the side of this gray concrete block, there's going to be a dark oak button on both sides. And we're going to go go back from this gray concrete block with 1, 2, and 3 additional gray concrete blocks to create a row of 4. We then want to take our spruce wood planks, and we're going to be placing down a long row of spruce wood planks, going back in total a length of 35, and ending on top of this red concrete block. Coming off your last spruce wood plank, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair. From that, going ahead and going back up to the front of the ship here, we're going to place down a brick top slab, coming off this 2nd gray concrete block, a stone brick upside down stair, stone brick wall, gray concrete block, and then a row of 2 smooth quartz. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves spruce wood planks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 spruce wood planks back. We're going to then place down a stone block, a smooth quartz block, and then 2 gray concrete blocks, and then 2 stone brick walls. Real quick to double check here, I'm going to go ahead and count our spruce wood planks to make sure that we do have the correct count, and it should be 26 blocks in total. So again, just good to make sure that we're double checking our counts here to make sure nothing gets messed up. Going back up to the front here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a direct wall, come off the side of this block, followed by a andesite wall back after it. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone blocks back, smooth quartz block, a black concrete block, then 1, 2 stone blocks, smooth quartz block, black concrete block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks, a smooth quartz block, black concrete, and then 1, 2, 3 stone blocks, and then 1, 2, 3 direct walls. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some dark oak wood buttons, and we're going to go to the sides here of the ship, and we're going to go ahead and run dark oak wood buttons all the way along the side here of all these blocks on this outer row. And it's going to run all the way along the side here like so, and we're going to go ahead and basically just do it on that row, and actually, sorry, also on these 3 blocks here on the back. Same thing over here on this side as well. And once you have that all done there, that is going to pretty much wrap up this layer. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. And actually, we do have some dark oak wood buttons on the side of these blocks as well. So up here in the bow of the ship. And now with that done, that is going to conclude layer number 3 for the build. Go ahead and take what we did on the right side here and flip it over to the left side. And once you have that all good to go, that is going to complete this layer. Let's move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer. We're going to be moving into layer 4. Layer 4 here is going to be our, probably more complex layer. We're going to be basically setting up the entire superstructure here, and we do have a lot going on, so make sure you're paying close attention, and once we get through this layer, it's going to get easier from there. To begin with, we're going to place down a gray concrete block on top of this stone brick wall, followed by a wither skeleton skull to both sides of it. Coming off this block facing toward the front, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair, and then going back from the block, we're going to place down a spruce wood plank, stone brick upside down stair to both sides of that spruce wood plank, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 spruce wood slabs going back from that spruce wood plank. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 stone brick slabs here on the sides, and then a skeleton skull on top of these stone brick walls here to both sides, and then 1, 2, 1, 2 spruce wood trapdoors back. In the middle space here, we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood fence gates, and a stone brick slab, or a stone brick stair, a stone brick slab like that. And then we're going to place down a spruce wood pressure plate to both sides, and a lever like that to both sides of that block. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a andesite wall, and a stone block, followed by a spruce wood plank, and then 2 andesite walls here to both sides like that of those blocks. We're going to go ahead and also pick our spruce wood plates, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 on the side here, and then 1, 2, and 3. We're going to take our stone blocks, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone blocks, a second row of 3, and then a third row. From that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 2 of spruce wood planks, continuing to go back, so this in total is going to be a row of 5 here. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a end rod here on these 2 blocks. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of black concrete across, and then a row of 3 of smooth quartz blocks. Or sorry, my bad. It's going to be the other way around, so row 3 of smooth quartz blocks, and then a row of 3 of black concrete. In this space here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick stair, followed by a stone brick slab, and on the side of the stone brick slab, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a dark oak wood sign like so, and same thing over here as well, stone brick stair, stone brick slab, and a dark oak wood sign. We then want to take our andesite walls, and we're going to be going ahead and placing down a row of 2 of andesite walls here, followed by a row of 2 of stone blocks here in the middle. To the sides, on this black concrete block, we're going to place down a end rod to both sides, and then a dark oak wood fence gate coming off this andesite wall opened up toward it. We're going to go then place down a row of 3 of stone blocks, and again a dark oak wood fence gate on both sides here opened up toward the block like so. We then want to place down a row of was going to be, a stone block here in the middle, and then a andesite wall to both sides. And we would then place down a smooth quartz block here in the middle, followed by a diorite wall on both sides of this block. After that, we're going to then place down a anvil on both sides, and then a spruce pressure plate there on both sides as well. After that, we want to go and then place down a black concrete block like that, and then a narrow brick wall to both sides of that black concrete block. We're going to go and then take a stone brick top slab. We're going to place down a top slab coming off this anvil, going back, and we want to go and then place down a stone block right here in the middle, followed by a iron trapdoor on both sides of the stone block, and then a spruce pressure plate on top of that stone block like so. Our next section here, we're going to go ahead and place down a, we're actually going to swap out this stone block here for a stone upside down stair. So this right here is actually going to be a stone upside down stair, and then we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across. We're going to go ahead and then place down a stone block here in the middle, and then a stone brick slab to the side here, followed by a skeleton skull coming off the slab facing toward the front, and a dark oak sign on the side of the slab, like that, and same thing over here. Once we have that done, we're going to then place down a stone block there in the middle, andesite wall to both sides, and a dark oak sign coming off the andesite wall. We will then place down our stone block here in the middle, andesite wall to both sides, and then we're going to then take our quartz blocks and place down a row of 3 of smooth quartz blocks across. On the sides here again, we're going to go ahead and grab a stone brick stair. We're going to place down a stone brick stair in this spot right here like so, stone brick slab, and then a dark oak sign on the side of this stone brick slab. Same thing over here to this side, stone brick stair, stone brick slab, and a dark oak sign on the side of the slab. We're going to go ahead and then take our black concrete. We're going to place down a row of 3 of black concrete across, a row of 3 of stone blocks, a stone block here in the middle, followed by an andesite wall to both sides, and an additional stone block that goes back from it like so. We're going to go ahead and then take our spruce pressure plates. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4, back 1, 2, 3, and 4. We then want to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater right here on this spruce wood plank like that, the notches flicked out, followed by a stone brick block right here, stone brick stair, and then 1 and 2 dark oak fence gates, and then to the sides here we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, spruce wood pressure plates 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go ahead and grab a redstone repeater and also a lever. We're going to place down a redstone repeater on this spruce wood plank here with the notches flicked out to the sides there, a lever right here, a spruce wood pressure plate on top of this stair, a dark oak fence gate coming off of it, opened up toward this pressure plate, and then on top of that fence gate, just so we don't forget later on, we're just going to place down an end rod on top of it. And also on the front of the ship here, on top of this stone brick stair, we can go ahead and place down 2 end rods that go up as well. And that right there will conclude this layer. Looking at it from above, we should have something that looks just like this here for the basis of the superstructure. Pretty easy, straightforward stuff to begin with. And that's pretty much our hardest layer there. That's our most intricate, I would say. And then from there, we're going to be basically just building up a superstructure and it gets smaller and smaller as we work our way up. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick stair that's going to go ahead and go on top of this diorite wall up here in the front, followed by a stone brick block right behind it. On both sides of the stone brick block, we're going to place down a skeleton skull, and we're going to go ahead and go off of the front stair here. We're going to place down 2 dark oak fence gates coming off that stair going forward. From that, we're going to go ahead and place down a blast furnace here, followed by a stone upside down stair here to both sides. So we'll go ahead and grab a stone stair, and we're going to place down a stone upside down stair here on both sides of this furnace. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a stone block here in the middle, followed by a andesite wall to both sides. And then we want to go ahead and just place down a row of 3 of stone blocks. After that, we're going to place down a stone brick slab coming off the side of this wall, a dark oak fence gate coming off that slab, opened up toward it, a skeleton skull on the back of the slab, and then to the side of the slab, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak sign. We're going to go do the same thing over here, so stone brick slab, fence gate opened up toward the slab, skeleton skull on the back, and a dark oak sign on the side there, like so. After that, we're going to place down a smooth quartz block here in the middle, a direct wall to both sides, and then a row 3 of black concrete. We then want to place down a stone block here in the middle, followed by a quartz stair to both sides of that stone block, and then coming off there, we're going to place down 1 and 2 quartz top slabs, and then 1 and 2 quartz top slabs, followed by an end rod on top of this end rod, and then an end rod on top of that one. After that, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some stone blocks here, and we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 stone blocks down the middle. And we're going to go ahead and grab a white bed. We're going to place down a white bed on top of these 2 stone blocks, just like this. And then to the sides here, we're going to place down a quartz slab and a quartz stair. Same thing over here, quartz slab and a quartz stair. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a a quartz stair after the bed. So quartz stair on both sides like this, and a quartz block here in the middle of those 2 stairs. Then coming off the stair to the side here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall. So just like that. Same thing over here. And then a stone brick stair going back from those walls. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a another brick stair directly after it, or going back from the quartz slab, or the quartz stair, same thing over here, and then a black concrete block there in the middle. We would then place down a stone block in the middle here, stone stair to both sides like so, stone brick wall again to both sides like that. After that, we would then place down a stone block there in the middle, a andesite wall to both sides, and then a stone block there in the middle, and then a stone stair like this to both sides. Coming off that stone stair, we're going to place down a quartz or a smooth quartz stair like so, and then going back from the smooth quartz stair, we're going to place down a smooth quartz slab. After that, we're going to place down another stone block here in the middle, followed by a quartz stair going back from the stone block, again like that on both sides there. We want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick stair here, come off those 2 stairs, and then a stone block there in the middle. After that's done, we're actually going to go ahead and switch this stair out here for a corner stair like that. So this right here is going to be a corner stair like that, and then this stairs right here is going to be a corner stair. So you want to design it looks like that there. When we get to this section here, going ahead and coming off this stone block in the middle, we're going to place down a stone stair, followed by a iron trapdoor, come off the 2 stone brick stairs. We then want to place down a stone brick slab on top of this slab here to both sides, a dark oak wood fence gate, and dark oak wood sign and skeleton skulls we're going to need. Place down a skeleton skull, dark oak wood fence gate coming off the slab, and a dark oak wood sign on the side. Same thing over here as well, like so. And then this point here, we're going to take our stone blocks. We're going to place down a stone block in the middle, followed by a quartz block after it, and we want to go ahead and place down a quartz upside down stair to both sides of that quartz full block. Also on top of this quartz full block here, we're going to place down a spruce wood pressure plate to both sides there. After that, we're going to then place down a narrow brick wall here in the middle, followed by a lever on top of the stone blocks there to both sides. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block coming off the narrow brick wall, followed by a stone brick stair, and then a skeleton skull to both sides of that stone brick block, and then coming off the stone brick block itself, or the stone brick stair, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood fence gates like that going toward the rear. And that right there is going to complete what we have here for layer number 5 for the build. And here's a bit of an overview of what it looks like. So pretty straightforward stuff. That's it for layer 5, layer 5. Let's go and move into layer number 6. Alright guys, real quick before we go ahead and move into layer 6, a few things I want to add on layer 5 is 2 spruce wood pressure plates on top of those stone brick upside down stairs, and this gray concrete block on top of it. We're going to place a redstone here with the notches flicked out to the sides there. And once we have that done, we can now move into layer 6. So for layer 6, to go ahead and get started here, we're going to place down a lever on top of this stone brick stair right here. We then want to go ahead and go to the top of this furnace. We're going to place down a stone slab. Coming off that stone slab, we're going to place down an item frame. In that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down a black bed, and we're going to rotate it so that the pillow is facing downwards, and then we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign on the side of the slab like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull in the sides here at a slight angle like so. And we want to go then place down a stone stair directly behind that stone block. After that, we're going to then place down a row 2 of iron trapdoors, row 2, like that. We then want to place down a smooth quartz stair there in the middle, a dark oak wood sign, and after that we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block behind the spruce or the quartz stair, followed by a dispenser, like that on both sides, and then come off the side of the dispenser, we're going to place down a skeleton skull going forward like that, and that right there is going to basically wrap that area up. We then want to place down a stone slab, after that black concrete block, and then a stone block, followed by a smooth quartz block like that. We then want to go ahead and go to the sides here. We're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of this stair, and we're going to go ahead and basically leave it at that for right now. And same thing over here as well, stone brick wall on top of that stair. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves some barrier blocks. We're going to place down barrier blocks on this, coming off this stone brick wall. We're going to place down 2 back. Same thing over here, 1 and 2. On the first one right here, we're going to place down a stone button on top, and then 1 to the side. Same thing over here, stone button, and then 1 to the side there. Those barrier blocks. And then we're just going to place down a skeleton skull on this stone brick wall here on the end. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a row 2 of iron trapdoors on both sides there. And then we're going to then place down a row of 1 and 2 cobblestone slabs, stone brick wall, and a cobblestone slab. We're going to go ahead and then fill this space in right here. We're going to go ahead and grab a spruce pressure plate, and we're going to place down a spruce pressure plate in that place right there. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood fence gate on both sides of the stone brick wall if you are going to include the C-plane. So we're going to have this birch wood, or the dark oak wood fence gates there on both sides of the stone brick wall for right now. After that, we're going to go ahead and take our end rods. We're going to place them down on top of these stone brick corner stairs, so these ones right here. And we want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick block on this one right here. To both sides of that stone brick block, we're going to go do the same thing with the dispensers. So one like this on both sides, and then a inset wall coming off of it, followed by a skeleton skull to both sides of that wall. We then want to place down a stone slab on this block right here, and a dark oak wood sign to both sides of the slab like that. After that, we're going to then place down a stone brick stair, and then a lever on top of those 2 stairs like so, a iron trapdoor coming off the stone brick stair, and a lever on top of this stone brick block. And after that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 6. Again, pretty simple, straightforward stuff. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 7. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a andesite wall on top of this stair, followed by an end rod to both sides of the wall, and then a dark oak wood sign coming off the front side and then the back side like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down another direct wall on top of the stair, iron frames here on both sides, and then basically black beds in it and rotate it around like so. We're going to then place down a smooth quartz block like that, and then a basically skeleton skull on both sides there, and then a skeleton skull on the back side as well. We want to go then place down a smooth quartz block here, and then a black concrete block like that. We also want to go ahead and add on a quartz top side that's supposed to be coming off this quartz full block right here from the previous layer, and then on that we're going to go ahead and place down a lever and have it flicked out to the sides like so for basically anti-aircraft gun positions. We then want to take our stone brick slabs. We're going to go ahead and place down, we're going to go up and go forward 2, and same thing over here, 1 and 2 going off that stone brick wall right there. After that, we want to go ahead and then take our we're going to go back here to where our C-plane would be. We're going to go ahead and grab a dark oak wood slab, some carpets, dark oak wood stair, and a zombie head. We're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on top of that stone brick wall, a green carpet to both sides, a dark oak wood stair back, and then a zombie head going forward like that. We're going to also place down an end rod on top of these 2 end rods like so, followed by a stone stair on the middle block, and then to both sides of that stone stair we're going to place down a skeleton skull like so, and also a skeleton skull coming off the front there of the stair. We then want to go ahead and go back here to this stair. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak fence gate on top of the stair and open it up toward the back here. And we're going to go ahead and also take our iron bars, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of iron bars like that coming off that dark oak fence gate. And that right there will pretty much finish off what we have here for layer 7. With that, we're going to move into our final layers here, which are going to be layers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers, layers 8 through 14. Alright guys, go ahead and move it into our next layer. We have layer 8. For layer 8, we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz upside down stair on top of this diorite wall, and behind it we're going to place down another brick wall with a dark oak sign on both sides of the nether brick wall. From that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a lever, which is going to go ahead and go on top of this quartz stair, and then behind it on this dark brick wall we're going to place down a smooth quartz stair like this, and then a stair on top of it like that facing the opposite direction. Coming off this stair on the top here, we're going to place down an iron bar coming off of it, and then one to both sides there to create a row 3, and then a dark oak fence gate here on both sides of that stair. After that, we're going to then place down a skeleton skull on top of this quartz stair, and then on the back here for the mast we're going to go ahead and place down a end rod on top of that skeleton skull, a nether brick fence post, then 1, 2, and 3 end rods up, and then a skeleton skull. On the very top here we're going to place down a end rod here to both sides of this end rod like that, and we're going to go ahead and place down a end rod to both sides of this nether brick fence post. After that, we're going to then place down a skeleton skull come off the sides here of this quartz stair, and then a end rod coming off this skeleton skull like that. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then go off of this nether brick fence post with a dark oak sign, and then come off the actually going ahead and going off of these end rods. We're going to kind of go back and at an angle off the side here and place down an end rod like that. Same thing over here as well. Once that's finished, we're going to go to our funnel here, and we're going to go and place down a nether brick full block and then a nether brick slab directly behind it. After that, for our rear mast here, we're going to go and place down a andesite wall on top of the stair. We're going to then place down a placeholder block here behind the wall there. We're going to go and then place down a skeleton skull like this to both sides. And we want to go and then place down a stone stair on top of the andesite wall, a skeleton skull coming out the back of the stair, and then an end rod to both sides of the skeleton skull like that. And we're going to go and then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 end rods up. We're going to go and then place down an end rod on both sides of this top one, and then we're going to place down 2 iron bars going up like that. And after that's done, one of the last things we have to do here is to place down a iron trapdoor come off this andesite wall, and then a row of 3 of iron bars. And once that's done, also on the top here, we're going to go to the end rod, or the iron bar on top, and we're going to place down the end rod to both sides. Now at this point here, we're going to grab our barrier blocks, and we're going to go ahead and basically do our rigging here for the ship. And for this, real simply, we're going to go and start by going ahead and going into this end rod. We're going to place down a barrier block that comes off of it. We then want to go ahead and go up and back with a barrier block, and then one more after it, so you have a row of 2. We're going to go ahead and go up and over toward the inside here, barrier block, followed by a second one, and then we're going to go ahead and go up, back one, and a second one like that. And we want to go then just take our stone buttons here and place them down on the sides here of these barrier blocks, all the way along the side there, just like that. And that right there is going to do it for that line, and we're going to go and do the same thing over here. So a barrier block, then 1, 2, then up, over toward the inside here, 1 block, 2, up, and 2. And then at, basically stone buttons here along the sides. After that, we're going to then go to the mast here. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 barrier blocks, and then over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 stone buttons, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And with that all done there, that is going to wrap up basically these 2 layers. And with that, that's going to wrap up my tutorial for the Prinz Eugen Admiral Hipper class heavy cruiser. Hope you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put it to good use. If you do want to use this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be a thing from the side of the build to my channel or this video with this does create social media sites. As always, you guys give me proper credit for it. You're free user for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. But other than that, that's going to do it for this. Thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Your 2 before, and I'll see you guys next time.